Hey Scorpios, let's take a look at love and money for May 2020. I already know what's going on in life because we're all stuck at home unless we have an essential and are pretty much doing, a whole lot of nothing. So, I don't say nothing, I mean we're all doing something, but you know what I mean. So I don't really need to look into what's happening in the home life at the moment. And I'm not going to, because there's a lot of transformations happening in homes right now. Some are positive, some are not. And it's hard to read when there's that type of individual energy going on. So I'm going to leave that part out. A lot of people are struggling right now at home with a different routine, and a lot of people are refreshed with the idea of having this reset. Depending on your personal situation, it can be very, very different, okay? But I am getting the sense that right now for a lot of Scorpios, it's kind of a challenging period with the change and the stagnancy in certain ways, okay? So overall energy, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so feeling kind of that retraction from good things happening in your life, like you had that momentum going, things were well, what the hell happened? I am getting that feeling that this delay and this setback is just not suiting you very well. You're really ready for this blockage to end, and so that you can go on with the fundamentals of your life and how that works. Structure and routine overall are very good for you guys. Alright, let's take a look at love, okay, and see what's happening there. Wow, nice. Ace of Cups. So very much on your mind right now. We've got some new possible, like regenerating thoughts. Almost like you have kind of this renewal in the idea of pursuing love. If you're single, and for others, you are getting a really awesome time to, just be in that energy, that Scorpio energy, honestly, because if you're with your partner or you're not, it's a very sexual energy when it comes to just being at home and being available all the time, right? So for some, if you're not in a relationship, that's partly very daunting. It's a very upsetting kind of feeling because you want to have that interaction. And then for others, you're getting it, but I think the satiation of it is just a little too much. You want to break away, you want to have your own little life, but overall, you're pretty much getting what you want here. We may even have, that little baby boom of Scorpios here with everything going on. So this is going to be really interesting. And I've been feeling Scorpio energy as well as Aries energy for a couple weeks now. Anyway, so let's see what's going on a little bit further with love. Okay, so for others of you, this renewal is coming because you have finally walked away from something else, or somebody's walked away from you and made that final cut. And so this is almost what you needed to just be renewed and inspired about what the possibilities are for the future. You are a very loving being. You're very loyal, you're very honest, and you're very compassionate when it comes to being a lover. And so being connected to somebody while trying to initiate something else is not easy for some Scorpios. And for this particular group of you, I do feel like you have entered that transformative period where you're now looking at things from a bit of a different perspective. Where's it headed? Four of Cups in the reverse, and for good reason. So these thoughts and these motivating energies are producing something that will manifest here coming forward in the future. I do get the sense that this was just, you were in a very difficult contract with somebody, possibly, okay? And it took a long time to get away from that particular situation, or just to emotionally break away from it. I do see the possibility of really not being 100% fulfilled anyway, even though that's hard to admit. So I think that's why this is kind of here, because you're actually renewed with the idea of getting everything that you could want in the situation. Even if you're in a relationship, same goes there too. You're getting more of an opportunity to gain what you want out of your partnership, okay? What you need to know to help the situation? Lovers. So let's clarify. Other than what it's, okay. So being you right now is very comforting for a lot of people. One, you're funny. Two, you put a lot of attention to your people. You like to make things lighthearted, I mean, when you want to. And so this is a really perfect opportunity to share your stories, to crack some jokes, to make it lighthearted, and to make your people feel, in your energy. And with everything going on, I think it's going to be much more conducive to you to be in that energy than it will be to be in that real intense Scorpio energy. Like, that shit's not going to help anybody right now, okay? So just be in your really magnetic, charismatic, very sexy energy, and it's going to help not only you but a lot of people. So that's kind of the suggested action to take. And what will hinder this from moving forward, the Six of Cups in reverse, is having like any kind of inferiority or fear of like the opposing side here, whether it's fear of like whatever it is. Fear in general, let's just keep it out, okay? Let's just try to keep that out of the mix, and not let that hinder being in that energy, because I'm telling you, it's just going to be a lot better for you to be yourself than to be kind of pent up with any kind of energy or anxiety or emotion, or fear or anything like that. Just be your funny self, and I promise you it's going to create more for you than it will to feel like you just need to express your feelings in that way. Just to clarify, don't go towards feeling that intensity. We want to break away from that and come towards healing, okay? That's where we want to be. Coming away from that heartache and creating a bond that's renewed, okay? All right, I'm not getting too deep there. Let's take a look at money here. Hermit in reverse. So feeling like you really did not have quite the route that you were planning to take when it comes to money in your career here. Perhaps you really thought this was going to be an opportunity for you to kind of start something new and feel like you've meditated on which direction you want to go in life and you're feeling great, and then all of a sudden, bam, it did not happen. And that has created a sense of fear. It has created a sense of opposition that is infiltrating into your relationships. So be aware of it, and then let's get an idea of what we can do to help the situation, okay? 3 of Wands. I'm not surprised to see that. So having planning going on and getting excited about things you want to go do, and talking about, hey, do you remember when we went to go do this, and why don't we plan on do that, and put it in the calendar. And even if it's not 100%, it's just, even if it's tentative, it's at least something that is fun and exciting, and it gets your mind in keeping it in the right place, okay? But that positive self-expression is really what's going to bring you that balance, okay? Don't focus on what you're without or what can be better. Focus on what can help balance instead. Regarding money, I just know that it's going to be more important to limit any kind of ego-based thinking and think on things from a more, I want harmony in my relationships, and I want to have this reciprocal balance, okay, and make reconciliations as opposed to confrontations, okay? All right, now let's take a look at love and money. Love, unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. So you're in a good mood, you're laughing, you're having a good time, so is your people. Freedom. You're releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the open energy of love. So this is also interesting that they're very similar colors. Everything's going hand in hand, just kind of like you're reading. So this is, freedom, letting you know that through the ability of releasing that fear of what could possibly happen, or fear of what didn't happen, it's strength in knowing what can happen and what your potentials are. That's creating strength. That's creating unity. That's creating freedom for you, okay? Let me know how that resonates for you guys. If you're interested in taking a look at your personal situation, let me know. All my rates are 50% off. And if you like how I do things, hit subscribe, comment giveaway down below, and I will get you included into my free reading giveaway. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great month. Much love.